Hello, my name is Jacob. You're watching the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. Today I want to talk to you about the Halfbreed blades CCK and the Benchmade SOCP. Before I get into this, you need to know my perspective of where I'm coming from. I'm a former military infantryman that did see some combat time, a little bit of law enforcement experience, and a little bit of private training. I have trained with the SOCP quite a bit, and I have to say I have not perforated anybody with this blade, so I'm not going to be speaking to you out of personal, this knife saved my life. I say that, but because people expect that somehow, but I think that's probably an unrealistic expectation for a knife reviewer. So what we're going to talk today about primarily, this is not a review of the SOCP, nor is it a review of the CCK. This is a quick comparison. And so the first thing that I want to talk about is the sheaths on these knives. The Benchmade SOCP sheath has a lot going for it. In that it is thin with very little bulk. It comes from the factory with a clip on it. I see all the time this knife slipped through molly gear with that clip holding it in place. It was designed for that. If you are carrying it that way, stop. If you are this knife, both these knives are a tertiary defense tool. That means that someone has closed the distance with you, you are in a clinch, and you are fighting, and you might not be able to reach your pistol, and you need to do damage quickly and make distance quickly. So in that kind of environment, this slipped into molly with a little pocket knife clip holding it in place can and very likely will fail. That is an absolutely terrible design. I don't know how it stuck around. I don't know how nobody's called them out on it. It is bad. A benefit of the sheath, however, is the holes fore and aft that are the right size for paracord. I wore this scout carry on my back for left-hand draw. I practiced and trained with it considerably and was, with 100% reliability, able to draw this knife with my left hand while doing anything else with my right hand and get it into the fight in a very reliable manner. Speaking of getting into the fight, both of these knives come with trainers. If you are going to buy one of these knives, you have to buy the trainer. I realize that people want to sell knives and not everybody wants to buy a trainer, so both these knives can be purchased without a trainer. If I was selling them, I would not sell them without a trainer, because if you buy the knife, you need a trainer, period. Now, moving on from there. Well, I guess actually while we're on the trainer, man, this is a freaking really nice trainer. Ground, accurate weight, cool aluminum scales. Just freaking cool. Okay, so to get back onto track here, the sheath. So mounting options. If you want to mount to your molly, you've got that stupid clip. It's a terrible idea. That's bad. You've got these paracord holes. That's good, and that's very universal. And so if you mount this onto your molly, use those holes to secure this sheath to your crap. But you have no other options. You can't get a tech lock onto here. You can't get a molly clip onto here. You either use that crappy clip, like probably 99.9% of the people who have this do, or you use the clip and paracord, or just the paracord. I do like the benefit of the paracord. And there's a final problem here, and that is retention. There is none. There's no click. There's no positive retention. There's a very subtle click. Like, that's a joke. The rest of it's just friction. It's mostly just friction. And it's just not good. It never has been good since brand new. I've handled multiple of these. None of them are good. That is not a positive way to keep tabs on this knife in a fight or in an extreme cardio environment. So to contrast to the CCK sheath from Halfbreed blades, you put this knife in, boom. You just heard that. You know it's locked in there. It ain't going anywhere. Your knife is secure regardless of what you do. You pull it out, you hear that audible retention, and then you don't have silly friction screwing around with you. This is a far superior and more modern style of sheath than the SOCP. The other problem with the SOCP is if you're actually in combat and you're actually fighting with this thing and you get dirt and grime in there, you're gonna have even more friction in there. It's just an issue. It's just a bad deal. So by far superior retention in the CCK sheath. Also, you have these two holes and you can put a tech lock on there or a Molly dealio like this one here. Far superior. You lock this on your Molly and it's staying on your Molly. This knife goes on my freedom/duty kit here, and that is a big reason why. However, the downside of this sheath, you do not have a essentially zero bulk mounting method, say for your normal belt. That's one way that I like this SOCP sheath. It's thinner, and with this paracord, like I said, mounted scout carry on the belt, it was a very good non-intrusive, quick deployment setup, and we really don't have that option with this sheath. However, 99.9% of the people are going to be mounting this on the kit, and like I said, it is far superior in that regard. Now, let's talk about the blades themselves. We've got a lot of contrast here. We've got 440C from Benchmade that is traction coated or whatever, this probably powder coat, whatever, is a dagger. Both sides are sharpened partial way up. It's not really sharp, never really has been, it doesn't really matter. It's for poking holes in people, and I have absolutely no doubt that it will do exactly that. You've got a ring here, and a lot of people will complain about having rings. They'll say a ring on a knife is a broken finger, etc., etc. I believe the benefit as a tertiary fighting tool is that you can easily train for very quick, positive deployment of your blade, and beyond that, you're poking like a madman. That is the purpose. However, if you're not going to use this ring, you are relying on basically the ergonomic design of the whole handle for the security of the blade. In this manner, I believe the Australian-made Halfbreed blades is superior. This large ring is very easy to find when you are grabbing this knife, but it has a huge, I believe, added benefit of being shaped to perfectly fit in your palm. So even if I didn't have these two fingers, if I am perforating, this thing is not going anywhere because of the shape in the palm. Very nice. Again, the size of it makes grabbing it very easy, very positive. Now, because of the laws in Australia, the back of it could not be sharpened, which is why you get this this finger whatever here. That lets you know which way you're holding it if you cannot see what's what. This knife is thicker. It is heavier. I like it. Feels good in hand. It's made out of D2. 440C is going to be a little more stainless. As far as toughness, 440C is probably going to be a little bit tougher. However, being that this isn't a dagger, ground all the way on both sides, and it is thicker, I don't think with either knife toughness will ever be an issue. So, you know, really that, I don't think that matters all that much. Nice Cerakote on this, nice scales. Honestly, it just feels good in hand, feels very versatile, very comfortable. Just however you get your hands on this thing, it's a good way to go. So at the end of the day, either of these, oh, and I normally don't like serrations, but again, it's it's just not going to affect you. You're just poking holes and stuff. So at the end of the day, either of these knives will poke holes in somebody. Either of these knives can be very rapidly and positively deployed when you need them. The primary differences being that the CCK will do it with more security, more confidence, and I believe you have more positive retention not only from the sheath but in your hand as well. So definitely check out Halfbreed blades if you are on the market for a blade of this style. If you get a blade of this style, certainly also get a trainer and try your best to get some training. Halfbreed Blades has an Instagram, has a Facebook, has a website. I'll do a full review on the knife. I got to show the packaging that it came in. It came with all of the mounting methods that you could need. It's really, really a premium setup. I'm really impressed with it. That's about all I got. If you appreciated this video, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And also check out the description box to see how you can support this channel. I am an affiliate for Palmetto State Armory as well as for Optics Planet, which is like the Amazon for real men. They sell literally everything. So consider checking those out and supporting the channel if you're going to purchase from them anyways, which you probably are. Do it through my links. It'll cost you nothing and they'll throw me a bone. I hope that you have a blessed day. I will do full reviews on both of these knives soon. Thank you for watching.